Ghost, D-Block, Prophet, what up, homie? I ride out hoping to never crash. How long will forever last? 180, but it's crazy. If my negative side's my better half. If you ain't crying, then you better laugh. Bullet to tear your head in half. It ain't whole with a hole in it. My rhymes is hot, my brain got a stove in it. If you talking money or weed, throw some O's in it. If you got your thoughts on the city, then throw the globe in it. I'm trying to heat up the world, cause it's cold in it. Walked till I found my path, then I rode in it.
I'm grinding from sundown to the
sun out.
Bills due, fridge need food, I need a
come up.
And all these brand new fake friends trying to get the
run up.
And I ain't gonna let them, we ready, just let them
run up.
Run up every score, blocks, heads going like car tops, guns pop like car locks, seen a lot of hard stops. They use it for block, ain't yard or the box, looking out for the knock, cause the cops say.
Grew up in mad fight, your mom's always slept on the couch. Pops just got bad news at the docs, know he be stressing out. Had 2 heart attacks already, and my Uncle Jay ain't survived his. Meanwhile, trying to get everybody's accounts out the minus. The grind is ever consuming, even when winning, I'm losing. Missed a few calls, I was moving, rapping, wrapped up in the music. Now I don't know what to do with these voicemails saved on this SIM card. Have my peoples in the ground, the half in the gym yard.
You know what this say? Excuse me. This may sound simple, basic, and plain, and not realistic or whatever. Because as black people, we've talked about this before. Not specifically us or whatever, but just throughout our culture, it's a conversation that comes up from time to time. Doesn't really catch any steam or anything because we don't think it's realistic, or we don't think it's their responsibility and all that stuff like that, and. You know what I mean? And I get that, but at this point where we're at in this world, shit is getting real serious. You know what I mean? And it's time out for that. I feel personally, and I don't have any say or anything like that. It's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm talking about the down entertainers, whether you're black, white, Asian, Latin, whatever the fuck you are. If you're down, you know what I'm saying? One of the real ones, whatever you want to call yourself. If you are a Harris supporter, I'll just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And you think Trump's a clown and a bitch and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Then we need to fight back against that shit. And my idea, it would never work or anything because people want to hold on to their money, and I know there'd be a lot of legal shit that would go on and all that kind of stuff, and I know there's contracts involved, so I get all of that stuff. But I'm just saying, just generally, overall, and I don't know if it could even work, because people would have to sacrifice and just totally just be fuck it and shit, kind of like quitting a job type shit. I think all our athletes, I'm talking about the down ones now, from athletes to entertainers, you know what I'm saying, to businessmen, the people that got the serious money and the serious influence. I'm sick of people saying, oh, athletes, they shouldn't have. No, they do, though. They do have influence because people follow them, they like them, they emulate them, all that shit. Listen to their music, all that shit. Support the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? So, those people need to come to the forefront because they got the money. Because this is going to take money to fight back against Trump's bullshit. And I wouldn't be surprised if Elon Musk fixed that damn election between him and Putin and all that shit. And Trump saying, oh, I don't need your votes. Before the election, he was telling people, I don't need your votes. I have plenty of votes. What? Why would any president, especially as desperate he is and as bad as he needed to win, why would you be telling people you don't need votes before the election? That don't make sense. In any time more he needed to be president more worse than any time before, in 16, 20, and now. And he tried to fix the shit last time. So what makes you think he wouldn't do it this time? This dude was trying to avoid prison, jail, and all that shit. And just the way he was talking about people and the stuff he was saying, like right before like the election and stuff like that, dude was just being just super, super, super disrespectful. But I'm saying, like, people need to stand, because look, if people stop, if all our black, because let's face it, the NFL is the majority black. Is the majority of black. You know what I'm saying? We dominate and control that sport. So let's quit playing. Let's quit playing. Look, all the owners are white. There ain't one black NFL owner. There ain't one black NBA owner. And I think the one that does, or with that, the dude that runs Toronto, is he still in Toronto? I don't know if he's a general manager or owner, but I think he might be the only one. There might be, you know, a few black general managers and shit like that. But I'm saying, stop playing in the NFL. People would be like, oh, well, it would still go on and stuff. No, yeah, but it would be watered down, because you'd have a bunch of just, you know, I ain't trying to be, you know, shitty, you know what I'm saying, but like black athletes are better than white athletes. Let's face it. If you had a bunch of white people in NFL, and even if they tried to like bring people over from these other little knockoff football leagues, it wouldn't be shit. It'd be watered down. It'd be the equivalent of like the XFL or something like that. And after a small period of time, that shit would just go under, because no one would watch it. Ain't nobody watching TV anyways. Don't nobody watch broadcast television no more, really. People are watching Netflix, YouTube, all that stuff. So, you know, fuck broadcast TV. You know what I'm saying? Because then white people, they will feel it. They will feel it. You got to hit them where it really hurts, and that's their pocket. Because a lot of reason that a lot of them white people and shit like that, and them racist people, a lot of reason they treat us the way they do and talk to us the way they do is because they got money and power. So we start stripping them of that. Like when the police, when they kill and fuck somebody up, the city shouldn't have to pay the lawsuit. That police officer, that shit should come right out his fucking pocket. Because then they'll stop doing that stuff. Let's stop playing in the NBA. We dominate the shit out the NBA. So, oh, well, we'll get foreign players. Yeah, okay, you could bring foreign players over to the NBA. It still wouldn't be that good. Because black people would stop watching it. Because, look, they say, oh, well, you know, white people go to the NBA games. Okay. But, you know, a lot of them fans that go to the basketball games are more liberal people, though, too. So they'll stop going. You know what I'm saying? So over a period of time, that shit will shut down and fall and just go under. Because no one will be watching it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they respect us for. White people, that's all they really show us any kind of inkling of, I wouldn't even call it respect. Like, they respect our talent and our athletic stuff and all that kind of shit. They respect our talent to rap and sing and all that kind of stuff. You know, so fuck that. I don't need that kind of respect. I don't need you to watch me play basketball. I don't need you to clap when I throw a touchdown pass. Because I guarantee you, Jordan Love losing them games, I guarantee you out there in green. And that's the other thing that's crazy about it. Because we were watching the Packer game. Well, as a matter of fact, it was the night before the election, right? They had a game. Yeah, their game. Or no, it was 2 days before the election or whatever it was. And they were in Green Bay and they were playing. I was just sitting there just watching that game. I'm like, this is crazy just watching this. All these white people in Lambeau Field cheering and clapping and rooting for all these black players on the Green Bay Packers. And in 2 days, they're going to basically go vote against them. Because they're going to go vote for Trump. But on the Sunday afternoon, they're sitting there cheering, clapping them. You know, when they do the Lambeau Leap, they're all, you know, hugging them and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Throw an interception. Lose a playoff game. They're going to be calling you the N-word and shit. Kicking their TV, screaming at the TV and all kinds of stuff. But Brett Favre can steal welfare money from people and all that kind of stuff, and it's whatever. Brett Favre, you're an idiot too. Yeah. And what else? But yeah, that's what they need to do. We got to hit them where it hurts them, because they like being entertained by us. They like putting in the little DraftKings lineups, and they like going down to Potawatomi and putting in the sports book bets, and they love going to the NFL games and tailgate and all that. Well, they don't have nothing to be entertained by. There's no reason for them to go tailgate. Let them have baseball. Let them have baseball. They act like it's theirs anyways. They can have that shit. I hate baseball. I love playing it, but I don't like watching it. It's boring as hell. And that's why a lot of white people love baseball and like golf and stuff like that, because you don't have to be overly athletic. You don't have to be that good. You don't have to be that talented to be good at those kind of sports. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of white people too don't like basketball. Well, nowadays more white people like enjoy basketball, but like back like when I was growing up, and even until like up kind of recently, like in black people, we know that it was like a narrative that came from like some white people. Now when I say white, y'all can't, I'm not saying all, I'm saying, but like some white people, like the narrative was like they didn't like the NBA because they thought it was a bunch of thugs and stuff like that, thought they were lazy and they didn't really care and they didn't want to win. Because you'd always hear them saying, oh, I like college basketball better. They seem like they really enjoy the game and they're playing hard and they really care about it. So that would be the narrative. And they call NBA players lazy, all that kind of stuff. No, you just don't like black people. And they just didn't like that we are better than them or something. That's why a lot of them hated when Tiger, but see, Tiger really didn't act black, and he never really stood up and really spoke on nothing. So he was acceptable because he shut the hell up and just stayed in line. That's why everyone liked the Bill Cosby show back in the day. Before everyone found out about whatever Bill did or didn't do. Why do you think the Cosby show was number one on NBC? At 7 p.m. on a Thursday night? There's no way a black comedy would be number one. There's no way Moesha or the Parkers or Martin. Like Martin was popular, but it was on Fox. It was over on Fox. They used to, the black shows that they thought were like kind of decent or whatever, or like they thought that white people might be okay with, they threw on Fox, like Martin and Living Single and shit like that. Martin would have never made it on NBC. Fox was kind of like basically like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But there's no way. They used to throw all the black shows on UPN and My 24 and TV 18 and all that stuff. But that's what I'm saying. We got to hit them where it hurts. Because them leagues are just shut down after a while. And we tell them we're not playing back. Like y'all did it once. Remember during the bubble? The George Floyd and all that shit happened and all that stuff. And they just didn't play that game. Because they were like, we're not playing, because of the police brutality. Just do that shit indefinitely. What is stop playing basketball for one night going to do? Because people were upset about that too. Like just casual fans and stuff like that. They were upset. Let them be upset. Let them white fans burn your jersey. Who gives a fuck? Let them feel what we feel. I don't care if they were to burn my jersey. You already paid for it. I already got the money. Thank you. Because that's the only area where they like will engage with us or spend their money on us, or you know what I mean? Or invest in us. It's stuff like that. So let's stop playing basketball. Let's stop playing in the NFL. Major League Baseball. If go back, go play for your, like if you're a Latin player, play for your Latin team. Or play in the KBL, the Korean Baseball League, or some shit like that. Or create a league. Do you know how much money if our NBA athletes, our NFL athletes, our Major League Baseball athletes, our celebrity entertainers, movie stars, musical artists, and just all of that stuff, businessmen, businesswomen, our doctors. Well, doctors, that's enough because you have to treat people, so it ain't like you could just be like, fuck this, I'm not treating people. So that might be a little tricky in that field. But you know what I'm saying? And just ban and link up. For all I'm talking about for the good white people too. Y'all are included for this. The real good ones and the real Latins and the real Asians, the good ones, the real ones, the down ones. We need, for real. And I know it, like, because this stuff gets talked about and it's just kind of casual. It's, oh, well, that wouldn't work. You can't, it's not their responsibility and all that. It's time out for that. Because regular people like us, all we can do is sit here and talk about it, bitch, complain, and just talk. And talk and talk and talk and talk. We don't have any kind of leverage to do anything about it. And if our leaders up there aren't questioning the election and all that stuff, and all, what can we do about it? So, but yeah, something does smell a little funny with that election though. Because one thing I was thinking about, okay, so like here in Wisconsin, like Tammy Baldwin won her Senate race against Eric Tubby, right? So then why didn't Kamala win? Because you got to vote, like here in Wisconsin, you got to vote like the whole ticket. Like you can't just go in there and say, oh, I'm just going to vote for the Senate race. You have to vote for the president. You got to vote everything that's on the ballot. So if she won, how didn't Kamala win? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't say, oh, well, only a certain amount of people came in and voted for Tammy, and only a certain amount of people came in and voted for the president and Kamala. No, because you got to do both on the thing when you fill it out. So if 100 people came in there to vote for Tammy, they had to vote for Kamala too. And you can't, unless, so either that was going on. Well, maybe that does make some sense, because here's what could have happened with that. People went in the booth, or do you have to do the whole ticket? You don't have to vote Democratic though on the whole thing, I don't think. I think you just have to do the whole ballot. Or do you have to, like if you're picking Tammy Baldwin, do you have to pick Kamala? Because what I'm thinking probably happened, depending on what the rules were, because the only way that could make sense for one of them to have more votes than the other would be for you to be able to, let's say you went in there and picked Tammy for the U.S. Senate, but then you took Trump for the president. Can you do that? Or if you pick Kamala, you have to pick Tammy. If you pick Tammy, you have to pick Kamala. Because that's the only way that them numbers would not match up. So some don't seem right though. And there's too many people questioning it. You know what I mean? Too many people. But they ain't going to do nothing about it. And, she already conceded. So I don't know, man. But this shit, yeah. Oh, you just protect yourself and just stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure, if you are someone Latin and you got someone in your family or friends that, that could potentially get kicked up out of here, you know what I'm saying? And just make sure that you can do what you can, whatever, legally, to find out whatever information you can to keep yourself protected or whatever. Or I'd advise people to find a way up out of here, out the state, because I bet you best believe the word's already spreading. So they basically got a couple months to get the hell out of here. People ain't going to be sticking around. I promise you that. People are not going to stick around and wait for the police to come round them up. Ain't nobody doing that. And then they're going to be mad when they can't find people. But these business owners, they're going to feel it. Because I'm telling you, when they come and take, let's, for example, just use a restaurant, a downtown restaurant. Let's say you have a staff of just 20 people. I'm just throwing a number out there. And let's say you have 5 servers. They're going to be white. You say you have a bartender, a hostess, So you're up to about 7 people. General managers are going to be white. The owners are going to be white. So you're about 9 people. Bar backs can probably be white. So boom. So about, okay, so that's white. So the people making the majority of money are white. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is going to be Latin. So, okay, so boom. Deportation comes. So boom, now they come snatch the 10 Latin people up there, out of there. So now they're gone. So who are you going to hire? You can't hire 10 more Latin people because they're coming to get them too. And I guarantee you ain't going to find 10 white boys to bust no damn tables because the majority of them act like they're too good to do it. Because I've worked with white boys that are coming there, like it'll be their first job. They'll be like in college and shit like that or whatever. And they'll come in there and they'll get a little job, little busing job. They don't last nothing but a week or two because they can't stand it. They don't like someone telling them, hey, can you go clear that plate? Hey, can you go pour them some more water? Hey, can you go do... They don't like being told what to do because a lot of them don't let their mom and dad tell them what to do. So, when, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be acting like they're too good to do that kind of work. Yeah. So I don't know where they think they're going to get workers from. And black people ain't going to be going down there doing them jobs. Black people don't work in downtown restaurants that much. Y'all know that. Well, here in Milwaukee, I mean, I don't know how other, like, downtown U.S. cities are and how their restaurants and stuff like that. But here in Milwaukee, in any kind of downtown, like, you can count on one hand. You wouldn't even need all 5 fingers. And I've worked at about 4 or 5 different decent restaurants in downtown Milwaukee. Bussing tables, food running, all that shit. And I only need one hand the amount of black people that I worked with. I'm not exaggerating one bit. Because part of that is black people, we don't feel like we're even wanted in a downtown type job. We don't even, because there's a part of us too, like as black people, we don't really feel wanted in downtown areas. We don't feel wanted in downtown areas. You know what I'm saying? Because like that too, like white people kind of like feel like that's their space.
I mean, you can call me a wasp. That doesn't bother me. You can call me a cracker.
Yeah, I mean, I could call you cracker.
Cracker.
That would make me feel good.
Well,
why don't we say cracker together? All
right. Cracker.
Now, does that bother you?
No.
Y'all gonna have to excuse me for a minute, but I'm having my fun with the whites today. They're out here sending text messages to black people talking about picking cotton and all this bullshit and all this stuff and all this Trump bullshit and stuff like that. So I'm having my fun. This is my get back. So whoever don't like it, go listen to another podcast. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So, because this is my platform, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, the whites are getting it today.
Yeah.
Why don't we say honky together?
Honky. Honky.
Peckerwood?
Peckerwood.
Yeah. White trash. Let's say that together.
White trash.
Yeah, see? Don't you feel better?
And I'm going to say this. And I don't mean to sound like, I'm just saying though, I'm not accepting none of them threats. I ain't looking to start no trouble with nobody. I keep my head down. I stay to myself. The evidence, there's proof in the pudding, you know what I'm saying? I've been out here thriving. I've stayed out of trouble. I ain't looking for it, you know what I'm saying? I don't start it. I don't, look for people to talk shit to or to be mean to or disrespectful to. I don't do that. I just don't. I don't think it's necessary. But this world is getting real tense, and I'm going to protect myself. So I'm just putting that out there. I'll throw all this shit away. I'm not going to be having people just calling me any old kind of thing. It just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not standing for it. That's all I'm saying. So, this shit is serious, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you know, because the whole, and, you know, and part of this, I'm just upset, you know what I mean? So, you just have to excuse me. I'm you know, we're all emotional right now, so, but, because the part that's hard to swallow is like, it didn't have to be this way. It literally did not have to be this way. And, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, people are upset. Like, everyone's like salty at each other. You know what I'm saying? I just went to the store to grab a few things, and I'm all paranoid. Not like super hardcore, but like I'm saying, like, this, I feel like, are people looking at me and shit like that? Are they like wondering who I voted for and all this shit? And I'm looking at people, looking at white people and sizing them up. Like, I wonder if he voted for Harris. He looks like a Trump supporter right there. You know, like, I'm just like, I don't even want to talk to nobody no more. Other than my family and shit. And my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just, like, man. But I've been living like that. I keep my circle super tight. You know what I'm saying? Because I just ain't got no time for no bullshit. I'm not accepting none either. From nobody. Like I said, I'm just putting that out there because I'm not. If I get one of them texts, one of them pick cotton texts, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm saying, you know what I mean? But like, man, so yeah, that's because people are getting emails and stuff now. I just was online and saw someone got an email. How would you like, you're at work and you know, click on your email and there's some fucking white person there telling you to go pick cotton. But everyone wants to act like racism is over and shit like that. We need good white people to stand the fuck up and start challenging the bad whites and stop worrying about losing your status. I mean, that ain't realistic because it'll never happen, but because white people always let us down. They just do. There was no way in the world that white people were going to vote for her. Not in masses. They weren't going to do it. Yep, so I do think there might be a little something up with them numbers. Them numbers don't be making no sense, man, because like all these Democrats won like these Senate races and all this stuff, but she lost. Like that doesn't make sense. It just don't. But the thing about it, no one's going to do nothing. The people that can at least like do some digging into it, they're not going to. While you have everyone else out here in the world being like, hey, look, something don't seem right. And if it is right, then just prove it to us. But like, that's the thing. Let's see, like Trump and their people, they can complain about the election, say it was stolen, all this stuff like that. But if a Democrat were to say, hey, we want to recount or we think something looks a little off or whatever, they lose their shit. They will lose their shit. Fuck Tucker Carlson. Fuck Joe Rogan. Ain't no way. If this world wasn't racist and all that kind of stuff, look at and I talked about it before. Just go on your favorite podcast website, Spotify, Podbean, any of them, any site that like, you know, has podcasts and stuff like that. Look at the top 5 podcasts. They're gonna all be white people. Tucker Carlson, bitch ass, Joe Rogan, that Megyn Kelly, waste of skin, Megyn Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So if people weren't supporting racism and all that kind of shit that they talk about, you know, why are their podcasts so popular? Why are they rated number 1 and 2 and shit? Because people want to hear that shit. This world, people are being exposed. People are being exposed. It's like the lights came on and all the roaches are scattering around. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and everything I'm saying right now, this goes to the bad people. You know, if you're a good one, I ain't even talking to you guys, and you should know that by now. Y'all should know that. I ain't speaking to anyone that's, I could say at least is like on our side with this. I, you know, hope I can say. But yeah, the world is crazy, and now you see more than ever why our podcast is called Cold World. This is a cold world. You better dress warm out here. This shit is crazy. But yeah, but having said that, I'm going to be fine because, see, here's the thing. I've been through all this shit. I'm on parole. I've been to prison. Like, I've dealt with these type of people before. They can't break me. I'm unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, yeah. So y'all, the white racists that may be listening or trolling, I don't know. Because, in reality, you don't know who's listening. Y'all ain't got nothing coming with me. Y'all got nothing coming with me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Could never be that way with me. I promise you. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? So for anyone that's trolling or like, I'm not saying anyone is. I'm just, I'm poking my chest out a little bit because everyone else is. So I'm gonna just do this one time. But I'm just saying, I'm not standing for none of the bullshit. And so just stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. I'll just put it that way. Stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. And I'm just speaking of just negative people in general, not anyone specific. I haven't had any run-ins with anyone or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because I keep to myself and shit like that. I go to work, come home, and chill. But you can just feel the tension out here, I guess is what I mean. And you just feel like with how things are now, there's like always a potential for something to go down, like an argument. And that's part of the reason I don't even go anywhere, really. You know what I'm saying? This shit feels like almost like COVID. Kind of. And I'm going to tell you what, watch when these businesses start falling apart and closing and stuff like that, and because they're going to start raiding these dairy farms and shit like that where a lot of Latin people work, picking oranges and corn and do whatever else you do on a farm. As a matter of fact, they're already raiding them. I saw online. It wasn't fake. I looked into it. It was a real post. They're already raiding, I forgot what state it was. They raiding some dairy farm. Looking for the Latin people because they don't want them around. They're doing all of this shit because they don't want people. They don't want nobody black or brown around. Just think about that. That's literally what they're doing. You can call it whatever you want, whatever the fuck you want. But like I said, your little orange man, he's temporary and he gets older every day, every second. And that fucker might still go to the joint. And here's the other thing. And no one can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I've been to state prison. He can't fucking pardon himself off them charges. He's been convicted already. You can't pardon yourself off state charges. The governor has to do it. You think the governor or wherever that, they ain't doing that shit? I hope he goes to prison. I hope he goes to prison. Oh, sorry, Chewy. Sorry. I just stepped on Chewy's foot. Yep. So... all right, y'all. But y'all made y'all bed. Lying it. A little more Paul Mooney here.
Huh? Instead of the N-word, let's say nigger together. Some white folks tripping on me now. They trip on me. Make that nigger. Stop saying nigger. I'm getting a nigger headache. I can't think. Nigga, stop it, nigga. Stop. But white folks, you shouldn't have made up nigger. I didn't make it up. It's too bad. I say nigger 100 times every morning. It makes my teeth white. Nigger, 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 nigger. I ain't scared of that word. And they have me on all the white folks in the nigger shows. I'm the nigger expert. They ask me all kind of stuff about nigger. They had me on CNN, the white lady. You might have saw it. They had me on CNN because J-Lo said nigger. They had me on there. And the white lady was running around there, blonde hair, blue eyes. And she was crazy as she could be. And she said, oh, now, Paul, you really don't mind when someone white, she ain't stuttered yet, says nigger. I'm just smiling, being funny. No, ma'am. And myself, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to kill this bitch.